in my head that I'm an interesting guy. I have interesting points on things. Why not make a blog? Because, fuck it, I'm not doing anything else at the moment. And so, as I'm thinking to myself, well, if I'm making a blog, I'm probably going to have to say things to people to keep them entertained. And I figured, I know a topic that comes up a lot? Weed. That gets brought up a lot, probably because I hang out almost exclusively with stoners. And there's nothing stoners love doing more other than smoking weed, talking about how they should be allowed to smoke weed. Let me start off by saying, totally agree, legalize it, no problem. But let me say this much, me personally, I fucking hate weed so much. Oh, it's like if legalizing it made it so it didn't exist, I'd be all for making weed illegal. Because I totally love the thought of weed not being around because, first of all, I don't enjoy it. I've tried. I like being able to have actual coherent thoughts that stick together. And I also like knowing how time progresses, which for me doesn't work when I'm high. Time is like, and if you're high right now, that probably totally makes sense to you. And if you've never smoked weed, you're a good person, but you probably also don't have internet. So who cares? Whenever I think of the concept of weed, whenever I think of the concept of, hey, why is it illegal? What should we do to legalize it? Why should we legalize it? I'm saying this much. First of all, it's strange to me that people want it legalized so badly when, sure, you'll get caught with it and you'll get in a lot of trouble and that sucks. When was the last time you saw someone who's like, man, I really want to get high, but it's illegal? Never. Never once in the history of ever has someone been stopped because it's illegal. It's basically legal. You can get it anywhere. Go to your local Walmart, mall, fucking Safeway, Starbucks, I guess. Anywhere, say, hey, dude, do you have any weed? And that person is going to have one of two answers, no or yes. And you can keep on asking until you find somebody who's like, no, I don't, but I know who does. And next thing you know, 20 minutes later and $10, 20 minutes and $10 later, you're getting high. So then I think to myself, okay, well, look at the people who have legalized weed. And then I see the argument where, okay, well, if weed's legal, helps the economy, great. You get that medical grade shit, which is awesome from what I've heard. And you get to not have to worry about getting in trouble with it. But you want to know what else you have to do? You have to go to a fucking dispensary. You've got to wait in line. You've got to deal with people who aren't good at getting high because they're allowed to get high. And that sucks, dude. That sucks hanging out with people who don't enjoy getting high but get high just because they can. It's like whenever you go to the bar and there's a guy at the bar who sucks at being drunk but he's allowed to, so he just goes there and annoys everybody. That's weed whenever weed is legal. Everybody's got infinite access to whatever they want. They can't handle their shit and you have to deal with them because they're in the parks and they're probably in any general area you go to. So you're going to be going about your day. Probably, let's say you go try and buy something. Go to the store. There's some super high kid there because he's allowed to be high, and you trying to go about your day, and he stops you. He's like, dude, what day is it? Not a huge inconvenience for you, because generally that happens only once or twice, and it's funny when it happens once or twice. This is going to happen anytime you go anywhere ever. It's going to be so annoying and so constantly happening. On another way to look at it, a lot of the people who are watching this and are like, hey, yeah, legalize it, dude, it's fucking awesome, sweet. And I realize that's being super generic and racist towards you guys, like you're a race. Saying everybody who's a stoner talks in this voice and is always saying dude and sweet. Plenty of other, far less generic, but let's just stick with the generic pothead that I have in my head. The guy who has the pot leaf hat and he's always fucking 420 and he'll bring that up at any point in time. It'll be 4:20 in the morning and you'll get a phone call from your stoner friend. 4:20, you gonna blaze up, nigga? Yeah! No, I'm not. I'm gonna go to work in 2 hours. Oh, fucking pussy ass bitch. Yeah. How is it that stereotype and that concept of stoner managed to exist whenever you guys have such an active campaign of, dude, we're chill, we totally don't care, we're like the nicest people ever. Like, and it goes both ways. I mean, any group has their extremists and their moderates and blah, 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 blah. But, like, I feel like it's way, way, way more often that you will see the people who, like, enjoy getting high can't live with the fact that other people don't enjoy getting high. Like, they'll accept it, sure. Plenty of them will be like, oh, you don't enjoy getting high? Well, more weed for me. I mean, but they will never, ever, ever leave you alone about it. And even if it's something just subtle, like, hey, you want to get high? No. Just thought I'd ask. But they ask every single fucking day. Like, no matter what's happening, they're going to ask, like, magically my mind got changed. And I get it, like, if you're already high and you just forgot you asked me. Sure, that makes sense. Stop smoking weed. You need memories. However, whenever it's like, okay, I have a bad day. Got fired, some dude punched me in the dick, called me a tranny. I'm like, what? What? Ah? And then he runs off, and I'm so confused between the pain of getting punched in the dick and why he called me a tranny, and who he was, and why his hair was pink. I'm getting into personal issues. Anyways, ignoring that, I have that happen. Go home. Oh, dude, today sucked. I got punched in the dick, and I might be a tranny now. I'm still working really hard to process that. And he's like, you want to know what will make you feel better? Figuring out what my actual gender is and possibly some sleep? No, dude. Weed. Weed, it fixes everything. It's a magical cure-all. Did you know weed cures cancer? Did you know weed relaxes you? Did you know weed stimulates the mind? Did you know that if you smoke weed, you can literally fly? If you smoke weed, you can become president within 10 hours because weed is magic. You are really high right now, dude, and I don't think weed does most of those things. And if it does do any of those things, I'm totally okay with not being able to fly. No, dude, it's great. Just go ahead. It's going to fix everything. No, don't want to do that. That's not going to be fun for me. Oh, whatever. Okay, fine, dude. Then, later on, next day, fucking awesome day. I win the lottery. Get a blowjob from a unicorn. Fucking meet the sun god Ra and become Poseidon. I don't know if these are awesome or bad things at this point. I'm pretty sure fellatio from a unicorn is going to be really teethy. So, but, you know, see a unicorn, you might as well put your dick in its mouth. But what else are you going to do? So, that all happens. Awesome day. Get home. Oh, dude, fucking today was sweet. Kind of confusing. Unicorns are real and they give awesome head for some reason. He's like, oh, sweet, dude, you want to know what we should do? We should smoke weed. Why? Because you had an awesome day. And you know what would make it even more awesome? I'm guessing it would be more awesome if I were high. Yes! That's what would make it more awesome. At which point, he will go on to the same thing of how weed stimulates the mind and how weed makes everything better. Guys, if weed makes everything better for you, sweet, awesome, cool. I'm glad that you found that. Let me tell you something about myself. I enjoy alcohol to a ridiculous, very addictive level. And I understand that for me, anytime I'm having a problem, I can drink that shit away. Magic. Sweet. I also realize a lot of people who drink don't enjoy getting drunk. They get angry or sick or confused or just emotionally unstable. I have trouble addressing that while I'm drunk because I want to share that with the world, but I pretty quickly acknowledge, like once someone says, hey, no, I don't want to drink, first of all, we're probably not hanging out because I'm not going to hang out with sober people. That noise. Second of all, I realize, okay, I've seen you get drunk, I now get it, and it's done and over and I won't bother you anymore. I can have my friends get me high, which they have done. Oh, they have done that. And I have been ridiculous to the point I was this close to someone's face, like this, and anytime he moved, I was moving along with him because I thought I was watching a movie. Then I sat on the ground, cried for a little bit, said, I just want time to work. Ah! And then I fell asleep and I woke up, I'm like, wow, that sucked. And everyone saw how much it sucked. And everyone saw how much I didn't enjoy it. And the very next day, hey, you want to know what would be fun? If we get high. You want to know what else would be fun? If I go ahead and staple myself in the penis. That sounds like a pleasant idea as well. Let's go ahead and do all the things that we don't enjoy doing, because you just saw the other day how much I don't enjoy doing it. But it'll totally be better the next time around. Maybe there's a variety of weed, and I know that from what I experienced, like apparently the stuff you get in Christmas is amazing. And no one has explained that to me yet. If, in the comments, when you see this, if you know why weed is so much better in Christmas, tell me, because I never stop hearing about, oh, Christmas bud, dude, it's sweet. And I'm like, why? And they're like, I don't know, it just is. I'm like, does Santa have a magical recipe for weed that he only brings down like for a certain part of the year and then it's gone? It's like the McRib. We all know what it is. Why can't we get it all year round? You know how to make it. You clearly have looked into it. Somebody's researched it. Somebody's making it. Clearly that recipe can get leaked and you can have Christmas bud in July. But no, just gone. Once Christmas is over, then I have to smoke regular weed. And you make it sound like regular weed is so awful. Like, you always hear whenever people are like, oh, dude, this weed sucks. And then they still fucking smoke it. Like, that to me, comparatively, if I have a choice between drinking or not drinking, and the only thing I can drink is basically gasoline, or I can stay sober, I'm probably going to go ahead and stay sober, wait till I get some alcohol that's at least some decent quality. I've never once met a stoner who complained about the weed and then didn't smoke it. Like, if I take a shot of something and it's awful, okay, yeah, that's gross. I feel like bees are stinging my throat, and I'm already seeing double. I'm not going to take another shot. I'm done. That alcohol sucks. It does not get my recommendation. Then I'll have my stoner friend, dude, I'm pretty sure this isn't even weed. I think it's alfalfa. Fuck it, it's getting me kind of high, I guess. Keep smoking it. Bitching about it the whole fucking time. And still grinding up and rolling a joint like, god damn, this weed blows. And then you tell me that weed isn't addictive? Like, by medical standards, maybe not. But dude, that shit is being addicted to something. When you can bitch about it non-stop and still have to smoke it. Well, it's getting to the point. I think I've gotten my point across, kind of rambled a bit, which you should get accustomed to. Go ahead, in the comments, leave what you wanted me to talk about next time. I'll go ahead and get onto that. And then after that, I'll probably get drunk and tell you about things. Have a good day, world.